Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your girl Rick, back at it again with another video. So, today I wanted to chat about the sales industry and the sales Facebook space in general. So, once you kind of get into the flow of things, once you start getting your first gigs, and if you continue sort of evolving in your sales journey and trying to learn more and just improve your craft, you'll understand that sales really isn't there isn't a huge network of people, of good ones, of course, and everybody kind of just knows everyone, and that's a really cool thing about the industry and about the digital online space of sales, is you kind of get to know everyone pretty quickly once you start doing just some more casual networking. So in today's video, I just wanted to quickly touch base upon kind of the key things that you can do to still keep growing and keep evolving and just perfecting your craft. Obviously you're never gonna perfect it because sales changes so fast and there's always new things coming up and stuff like that, but you get what I'm saying, you get what I mean. Keep growing with sales and not pay for things, but also network at the same time. Hope this makes sense. If it doesn't, I don't give a fart, dude. So the beauty of the sales space online is that everybody knows everyone, and a lot of people do their podcasts, they have their little Facebook groups where they share a lot of their techniques and stuff like that, just as again, a way of networking, building connections, growing your team, yada yada yada. But really, what my favorite people in the sales industry and their resources that they provide for free would be Matt Ryder and his podcast Coffees for Closers. 10 out of 10. If you have zero money, you don't know if you want to invest in sales, if you just want to learn more, you're not really sure, you just kind of want to get a quick introduction to how everything works, go check out his podcast Coffees for Closers, and you will whoo baby, honestly that podcast works for everybody. Even if you're just trying to learn a little bit more, if you're trying to improve your craft and you're looking for different tactics, if you just want to get to know the industry a little bit more, if you want to get to know Matt and his team and the people that he's kind of in connection with, definitely check it out. 10 out of 10. He has a YouTube channel as well. By the way, I have more followers than you do, Matt. Just kidding, I love him to death. I can't say that. In his podcast, he basically talks with other high-ticket closers or advisors. He speaks with his team, and it's just a really good fun podcast to listen to and kind of get to know how things work a little bit more and improve your craft. Because he does speak with Jeremy Miner and Peyton Welch. But keep in mind his podcasts are more of long, around 40 minutes to an hour, so it's really good if you're going on a road trip, if you're working out. Great idea to give that a listen. If you're looking for quick tips and just massive knowledge bombs, just Taylor Welch's Mind Medicine, 10 out of 10. It's basically a daily dose of freaking personal development and sales development, and Taylor just does a quick little knowledge bomb, 5 to 10 minutes of him just kind of speaking, and again, really excellent place to learn more. If you have no money, you can't afford any sort of sales training, definitely go look at the podcast because you'll learn a shit ton. You will learn so much just from the free resources out there. That's another great thing about the sales place online. The sales community online is that even if you can't afford anything, but you really just want to get to know who kind of major players are and whatnot, there's tons of free resources that are popping up from those people. Another really important, I guess, person that you should follow online would be Jeremy Miner. Jeremy Miner has this incredible technique of selling called NEPQ, Neuro-Emotional Persuasion Tactics? NEPQ. Neuro-emotional persuasion. Questions, not time. Silly me. Q for techniques. No, it's for questions. Duh. Anyway, Jeremy Miner, 10 out of 10. If you guys don't know who that is, like, just go follow him on all the social medias. Again, he posts just tons and tons of really valuable free information that, you know, of course, all of that is included in his, like, courses you have to pay for, but if you can't afford anything, just go follow them online and you'll learn tons and tons of stuff. Of course, the man himself, Eli Wild, goes online probably like 1,000 times a week, always has something powerful to say. The thing with Eli, it's like, Eli just opens his mouth and you want to throw money at him. I don't know how he does it, but he just has this presence, this like aura of influence around him, and the way he carries himself. Just kind of learning and looking at him, not even learning, just looking at him and trying to like dissect how he does it. Incredible. Just like, man's a genius. But also, he did put tons and tons of work, and he did work with Tony Robbins. So, you know, there's that. But, that being said, tons of free resources, super valuable, super useful. If you don't know who Eli Wild is, get the hell out of here, brother. Yeah, you can be like, yeah, I'm in sales, and if you don't know a couple of like big people who have tons of knowledge, power, and influence, it's like being like, oh yeah, I'm into politics, but I have no clue who like Barack Obama is, or Donald Trump, or whatever. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, bud. You gotta know a little bit about the key players here and there, otherwise you don't really know what's happening. Because people make the industry. And if you don't know the people, you can't say you know the industry. I know. Valuable. Am I right, homies? Kelsey has this awesome group called Sales Queens Sisterhood. Queens of Sales. Sales Queens Sisterhood. Something along those lines. Go join that group if you're a female. If you're a female. Go join that group if you're a gal, if you're looking for a community of like supportive, ambitious sales gals. 10 out of 10. Beautiful thing, because you can connect with people, ask them for support, for help, for their opinion, yada yada yada. You can learn, again, for free, just by asking valuable questions, joining those groups, participating, and creating your network that way. That's the thing. Once you join those groups and you start participating, you start creating your sales network. And honestly, if people, because the community is so small and people keep seeing you like popping up everywhere, people will start recognizing you, they'll start knowing you, the chances of you getting hired become higher. But also, you know, it's a good thing to be in the gang, if you know what I mean. Haha. Another great free resource would be coaching sales. That's all you need to know. I'm pretty sure his name is Mike Mark. That's the guy who opened, I guess it's like a course and a coaching thing, coaching sales. Very straightforward. Again, tons and tons of free resources that are essential to leveling up and improving your game in sales. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Let's see who else is there. Like, I feel like every sales influencer or like sales big shot person, you know what I mean? Big shot like in a good sense of things, like they've been around type thing. A lot of people have their sales podcasts. For example, another good one, also a gal. I think her podcast is called Payday with Ray Ray. So Ray Ray, I think she's 24 years old, super successful, has a couple of like 7-figure businesses, and she kind of goes more into, I guess, like organic strategies of building that up. And again, goes a lot into sales and marketing and how she goes about it. And if you're starting out, if you're a specialist, definitely recommend watching her, listening to her podcast. I think the episode is called Making Money in DMs or something along those lines. Something in the DM. And she just breaks down tactics of appointment setting, using direct messages on Facebook, which is an excellent strategy, but you gotta be careful with it because people start using the same thing over and over again. So watch out for that. Make it a little more personal. You know what I mean? Of course, Grant Cardone. I'm not his biggest fan. People like him. He's kind of like a veteran of sales. Again, like if you don't know him, you should. And of course, like everybody in sales is also like kind of obsessed with personal development, personal growth, and stuff like that. So definitely recommend reading a lot of famous personal development books like Atomic Habits, Think and Grow Rich, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Relentless, great book. Another really awesome one is 177 Mental Toughness Secrets. I'm looking over there because I have all of those books on my bookshelf. If you are like me and you have no clue how business works, but you're just trying to figure it all out, Personal MBA, super sweet book, kind of just explains the very basics, but honestly, that's all you need to know. You don't need an MBA to like figure out how business works. It's pretty straightforward, but definitely a good book too. And Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, also a really, really awesome book. If you're trying to bring resilience, if you're trying to work on your resilience and yeah, just freaking David Goggins, crazy. He opens up some deep scars from his life, and it's definitely empowering and sad but beautiful, just like life. So those are kind of like the basic podcasts, or basic resources, I should say. Oh, also, no, I think that's it. I think I'm gonna call it a day right now. Yeah. But yeah, definitely check out those resources. As I said, really excellent for building your knowledge and just learning more about sales and just freaking crushing it, bro. Like, get a little notebook, listen to a podcast, write things down, or like just type it in your iPhone, whatever. Just make sure the information sticks somehow. Like, I probably have 1,000 notebooks where I just write things over and over again until they stick in the brain. But yeah, you get an idea. Definitely recommend those. Another thing that is not quite like a sales resource, it's just something that I spoke about with my coworkers. Create a little book of just your personal wins, so that will help you kind of like ground yourself in the times of rut or something's not working out with your life. You can always go back, open this book of personal wins, and just stop the self-pity. Look at how good you've done and understand that there's a season for everything in life, and if something's not working out, that's okay. There's always the next day. You're not a failure. Don't ever do that to yourself. Don't ever call yourself a failure. And yeah, just little things matter. It's the little things that help you grow and evolve. Those are some of the basic stuff that I'm gonna go into. And yeah. Alright guys, this is it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Click a thumb up. Gosh darn. Like, the pain of speaking 2 languages and then forgetting words in one and then the other. It's kind of bad. But anyway. Click the thumbs up button, shoot me a comment, subscribe. Everybody, I think I've seen a couple of comments from people who are like, let's help her get to 1,000 subscribers. Whoever said that, I love you, thank you, and yes, let's freaking do this. Your girl is trying to get monetized so I can make my dream of making 10K per month come true. Slowly but surely, it's gonna happen, but I need your help, guys. Anyway, hope this was helpful. Peace out. Stay woke. Don't be broke. Love you all to death.